Hi, in this lecture I will show you how to set up the Burp Suite. I will not really go into details about the tool because I created a separate course only about this tool. So if you're not familiar with it, you can just check it out and then come back to this course. You can find the other course at the academy.etherlab.net. If you're more or less familiar with the tool, then you can just follow along in this training. I will explain many things anyways, but if you feel any time that you don't understand something with the tool, then I really recommend to check out the other course. So Kali has already a Burp Suite installed. If you go to Application, Web Application Analysis, then here on the top you see Burp Suite. It's fine, you could actually start working with that, but this is not the newest version. It's the 1703, and I thought it will be better to work with the newest version. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to download the newest version and replace it in Kali so that we can use that in the future. So first off, open the browser. And go to portswigger.net. This is the company who makes Burp Suite. There's a free version, there's a paid version. The free is pretty cool, but if you're doing this penetration testing professionally, then at some point it is really worth to buy the paid version. But right now I will just download the free. So go to download and choose the free one and download. And yeah, download for, actually we were gonna download the jar file. So Burp is written in Java, so it's pretty much operating system independent. Now that we downloaded, let's go back to the terminal. And so it should be here in downloads, yes. And then what we are gonna do, so there's already a Burp Suite somewhere, and we want to find out where that is. So which Burp Suite, and it's under user bin. So I'm just gonna replace this file. First I will do a backup. So cp/user bin burp, and I will just do a backup here, burp suite.buck for backup. And then I will copy the file what we just downloaded to the location which is in the bin. And yeah, that should be it. Let's try it out. So I go back, Burp Suite. That's not interesting, and you can see that it's the 1715, so that's the newest version. Let's just start it with a temporary project and use the default. Okay, so Burp is running, but as you know, Burp is an intercepting proxy, so we actually have to configure our browser to send the requests through the Burp Suite so that we can capture these requests. For that, I like to use a browser extension called Foxy Proxy. So I will just Google for Foxy Proxy. And it's here in the top, add-on for Firefox. Sorry, that is German. So add the Proxy to Firefox, install, and then restart Firefox. What Foxy Proxy does, it just gives you a convenient way to edit your proxy settings. So if you come here, you can set up proxies. That's what I'm gonna do. We are gonna create a new proxy and say that it's localhost and the port 8080. So it's 8080 because Burp starts a proxy on localhost at port 8080 by default. So that's the proxy we want to use. You can see it under proxy options in Burp. We go back to general and call it Burp. Okay, and now we have a new proxy here. We can close here as well. And then if we right click on this, then we can choose from the proxy list. So we choose the Burp, and I can actually close all these windows. And let's try whether it works. So let's load example.com. So it's loading, and there's a reason why it's loading, because if you go back to Burp, you will see here under proxy intercept that the request what we send from the browser is intercepted here in Burp. That's actually a good sign that that the proxy is working. We just turn the interception off. Then we can see that the example.com was loaded. If you know example.com, that's just an example website, what is used in many RFC papers as a reference website. So you can just load it, that's it. So it was loaded in the browser. And if we go back to Burp, then go to proxy history, then you see all the requests that were sent from the browser, in this case to the example.com. We had two requests, one to load this simple page, here is the response, and then to load the favicon, which was not available because it returned a 404 not found. So that's it. Burp Suite is running. We are gonna use Burp Suite all the time. So when you do web application testing, that's a tool which is running all the time, really, because you collect all the requests you're sending so that you can look up things later on, etc. You can play with the request. Again, if you feel any time that you don't understand something with this tool, then check out the other course I made. It's free. It's at hackademy.etherlab.net. Check it out and just come back to this course. And with that, our test environment is ready. We will install a few things on the fly during the lectures, but this is the essentials what you need for web application testing. So that's it for now, and I will see you in the next lecture. Bye.